An obscure MMO you've probably never heard of or played religiously back in 2008. Remember Wonderland Online? No? Well, I don't blame you. Then you probably didn't waste your childhood grinding and crafting in one of the weirdest and most charming MMOs ever made, like I did. Give me a few minutes and I'll show you why it's still absolutely worth your time. The game's core appeal? Crisp, pixelated graphics, straight out of the early 2000s. The game's art style is what pulled me back in, even 20 years later. And it still hits hard. And the gameplay holds up surprisingly well. You'll explore regions inspired by real-world places. Capture pets and monsters like it's Pokemon. Fish, mine, gather wood and clay for crafting furniture. And of course, PvP. If you enjoy grinding and crafting, don't worry, we'll get to that later. The aesthetics are oddly addictive, and the grindy, dare I say hard gameplay, paired with a fully player-driven economy, makes it a surprisingly solid, long-term MMO. Ever wanted to be the main protagonist of your own isekai? Of course you have. This game throws you straight into that role. You begin by creating your character and choosing an element: fire, wind, water or earth. Then, after a shipwreck, you wake up on a strange, beautiful tropical island, make friends with a hobo and a monkey, and begin your journey. You're free to go wherever you want, or at least wherever you can. Unlike most MMOs, combat is turn-based, staying true to its JRPG spirit. It starts off simple enough, but once you got a full team, it gets somewhat deep, with planning around skills, turn order, equipment, and money. Now, I'm not really into PvP. What kept my attention in this game, aside from the art style, was the crafting and housing system. Unlike real life, in Wonderland, you actually get your own piece of real estate. You can decorate it however you like, place items, craft tools and furniture inside. And it's not just cosmetic. Storage is quite limited in this game, so making or buying furniture from other players gives you space for materials, food, clothes, gear, pets, and even a 2001 Volkswagen Beetle. And the tents themselves. Step into the starter area and you'll see the tents of veteran players, each one styled differently. Crafting is time-consuming, complex, and requires a lot of time, effort, and knowledge in this game. It's well made, I say. This old game is stuck in the past, in all the best ways. Grindy, janky, and just weird enough. And yet, it's still loved today, with a surprisingly loyal player base. Sure, it's got most of the things modern MMOs have, but Wonderland Online had them in 2005. While it's not revolutionary like Ultima Online, it captures the feel of that era perfectly. Reminds me of a better time when I didn't have back pain, and coffee wasn't my only source of dopamine. Now for the cute part. You can catch almost any monster in the game. Rock creatures, giant talking trees, ghosts, beetles, worms. Just reach out and grab them. Most players, however, stick with one of the many unique companions the game offers, like the goddess Athena, or believe it or not, Magellan. Yes, that Magellan. The game is full of references to real-world history and media. There's even a mermaid storyline pulled straight from the old fairy tales. You can visit places like Egypt, Japan, Rome, Persia, Korea, all lovingly ripped from their real-world counterparts, but with a fun fantasy twist. The game runs in windowed mode only, hard locked at 800 by 600 resolution, so I zoomed in the footage for the sake of your eyes. But this limitation actually works in its favor. It makes running multiple clients easy. And you'll want to, because in Wonderland Online, you're not just playing one character, you can manage an entire team, often running several clients and bots at once for farming and grinding. I've had 8 clients running at the same time. I'm not kidding. I've got maybe 20 alternative accounts for this game. The game is so lightweight, it could probably run on an Android device. Oh wait, it does. There's an Android port on the store and Steam. It's not the original, but quirky in its own way and easier to play. Some folks even recommend this version over the original. I recommend the original Chinese version, however. Now, if you don't speak fluent Chinese, I don't either, head over to Discord and grab the fan-made English patch for the game. A massive thanks to its creator. You're a legend. And while you're there, you'll find most of the information about the game. The community is small but incredibly helpful. And most importantly, full of knowledge, wisdom passed down from one mega well player to a noob like me. Don't like the 2D graphics? There is Wonderland Online Reborn, a 2025 remake of this nearly 20 years old MMO. It's fresh in 3D, very niche, and Chinese only for now. Originally, Wonderland Online launched in China in 2005. The North American version came out in 2008 under IGG, but official servers shut down in 2019 for American version. The English version is gone, but we grabbed the Chinese version of the game called Wonderland Online Rhode Island straight from the official site and applied the English patch. I really appreciate you taking the time to explore one of more forgotten and niche games from the early 2000s. It's a little rough around the edges with progression issues and some pay-to-win elements if you're into PvP. But its charm, its obscurity, and most importantly, its loyal player base still live on. Thank you so much for watching. More content coming soon.